So today we will discuss about conversation skill. That means how to become a good conversationalist. First point is listen more than you speak. That means you have to be a good listener. You should listen to others. If you don't listen well to other people, then you will not be a good leader or a good manager, right? So you have to listen to others very attentively. You have to understand what the what the speaker wants to say, right? You have to understand the message the speaker wants to convey, and then only you can react accordingly. So at first listen well to other people and then react. If you want to be a good conversationalist, you have to be a good listener at first. Point number 2, resist the urge to dominate. Okay. So, while we converse with some other person, what so many people do, they try to dominate the conversation. That means they don't give others the opportunity to speak. The conversation should not be centered on one person. You should also give opportunity to others so that they can speak, right? So conversation should shift. Yes, the conversation should shift back and forth. So it means that it should not be centered on one person. You should also give opportunity to others, otherwise the conversation will not be a successful one. You will share your opinion, there are so many others, they will share their opinion, then only the conversation will be successful, right? So don't try to dominate the conversation. Always try to be an easygoing person, a cheerful person, and you have to take interest in other person. If you are a friendly person, if you take interest in other person, then you will get so many friends. People will come to you for any kind of suggestion, for any kind of advice, because you are a friendly person and you are a cheerful person. So always try to be an easygoing, cheerful and friendly person. Point number 3, apply the 3 C's. What is the 3 C's? 3 C's are care, courtesy and consideration. When you converse with some other person, you should be careful about the feelings of other person, right? You should understand what they want to say, and you can also ask about their well-being, right? How are you, how is your work going on, or what about your projects? So something like that. That means you have to be careful about others. You should show that you are genuinely care for them, right? Now courtesy, courtesy is a very magical quality. It's very magical. If you yeah what can I say, yes, if you follow courtesy and if you are a very polite person, if you behave always politely, then you will whatever purpose you have, suppose officially when you engaged in a conversation with some other person, you have some message to convey, right? And if you are very polite, then you will be able to convey your message very easily, right? Because you are a polite person and other person will listen to you. So always follow courtesy. I will give you a sample example of conversation 1 and conversation 2. In conversation 1, courtesy is lacking here, and in conversation 2, courtesy is followed. So you will be able to understand what's the function of courtesy, why should we follow courtesy. We will come to that part later. Now we are discussing how to become a good conversationalist, and point number 3 we are discussing, right? So care and courtesy I have told you. Now consideration, that means you have to considerate others also. That means try to respect the views of others also. If you give respect to others, then the same thing you will get back from them. If you give respect, you will be respected by others, right? So always try to give respect to the views of others. So these are the 3 C's. Now ask questions. Okay. So while engaging in a conversation, suppose you are interacting with some other person, then you can encourage the speaker to say something. And how can you encourage the speaker? By asking some questions. If you only if you are only speaking and the another one is listening only, then the conversation will not be a successful conversation or a good conversation, right? So you have to make the conversation good or successful. Then what you can do is, if another person is only listening, then you have to encourage the speaker, you have to encourage the listener to speak something. And how can you encourage? You can ask them some open-ended questions, so that they can expand on his or her thoughts and opinions. Okay, suppose yes, you were discussing with your friend about the pandemic that is going on, about COVID-19. You were discussing with your friend. Okay, so suppose your friend is only listening whatever you are saying. So how can you encourage your friend to speak something? You can ask your friend like what are the positive sides of COVID-19? What are the safety measures we can take to prevent COVID-19? So these kind of open-ended questions, so that another person can share his or her thoughts, right? And if you ask these kind of open-ended questions, you will also get to know the view of other person, how they think. You will be able to know, and these will help you to get yes, it will help you to connect with that person. You will be able to get connected with that person. So always try to ask some questions if you want to be a good conversationalist. Point number 5 is use appropriate body language. Yes. So suppose another person is saying something and you are listening, but you have to show that yes, you are interested in listening. And how can you do that? You can follow some gestures, like you can slightly lean forward. That means you are interested in the conversation, you are interested to listen to that person, right? So you can slightly lean forward, or you can simply smile, or you can if you agree with that person, you can nod. So these are non-verbal postures you can follow, and it suggests that You are engaged in the conversation. You are interested in the conversation. Point number 6. Be fluent while speaking. Well, fluency is a much desired attribute of a good conversationalist, right? If we fumble while speaking, then the other person will not be able to understand what we want to say, right? So, we should be fluent, and we can enrich our vocabulary by learning new words. And once you learn new words, you can use them in your sentences while speaking. So try to enrich your vocabulary, learn new words, and be fluent always. Point number 7 is building trust and credibility. Okay. Suppose you are a team leader and there are so many members in your team. You have to manage all the members, right? You have to take good decisions and all. But if you want to take good decision as a team leader, you have to discuss with all the other members of the team, and for that you should be trustworthy. You have to build trust and credibility. How can you build trust? You have to spend time with the other team members, and you can talk about various subjects with them. In this way, you will be able to know their opinion also, how they think. You will get a clear idea about that, how they think. And if you spend more time and talk about various subjects, then you will be able to build trust and credibility. You will be a trustworthy person and a reliable person also. Okay. Now, features of a good conversation. The conversation should shift back and forth. It should not be centered on only one person. You should give opportunity to others also so that they can speak. It should be clearly and concisely worded. Yes, whatever you are saying, the sentences should be meaningful, and you should be very clear about the message you want to convey. You should not create any kind of confusion. So whatever you are saying, this should have clear meaning. The sender should deliver the entire message. Yes, while speaking, you have to deliver the entire message. If you if you leave your message that you want to convey incomplete, if you keep your message incomplete, then the other person who is listening to you will not be able to understand what you are saying. So you should deliver the entire message, not incomplete message. You should deliver the entire message you want to say or you want to convey. Okay. Now I'm going to read a conversation. This is a conversation between customer and counselor. Customer: good morning, I am Pritha Roy. I bought a food processor from your company last month. Counselor: counselor is behaving very rudely, and just see his reaction. He says, specify when you bought it. Customer is very much surprised, taken aback, that means surprised. So customer is very much surprised because of the rude behavior of counselor, but still, you know she remains very calm, and she says, I bought it on 20th April. Counselor again, where from? Customer: I bought it from your showroom at Raniganj. Counselor: okay, what is the problem now? So here, counselor is not following courtesy. She is not behaving politely. Sorry, he is, right? So he is not behaving politely. So what will happen? Customer will not buy again any products from him or from his company, right? So as the counselor is from marketing sector, I think so, obviously not only marketing sector, all of us should always follow courtesy, because courtesy is a very magical quality. If you say very politely, you will get so many benefits, like whatever, you will get respect. First point is, you will get respect from others. If you are a polite person, other person will respect you. If you behave politely, other person will also behave with you politely. So there are so many benefits, and what can I say? Yes, it is a positive trait, so you should follow, and it is a very good quality. And you can see here in conversation 2, customer beginning with politeness. Good morning, I am Pritha Roy. Counselor: what can I do for you? Customer: I bought a food processor from your company last month. Counselor: that's right. Now, how is it doing, madam? Customer: not properly. Actually, that's the reason I called you up. Counselor: don't worry, madam. We will look after that. Please let me know what's wrong with the food processor. So here, customer is behaving very politely. What's the result? What's the benefit he will get? Anuradha, what are you doing? If you are not interested in the class, you can leave. So here counselor is behaving very politely. So what's the benefit? The customer will again come and buy products from his company, right? But if he behaves very rudely, then the customer will not come again. So politeness is a very positive trait, good trait, very magical quality. We should be very polite all the time. Okay. Now who are there in the class? Okay, Deechika is there. Deechika, are you there? Deechika Singh. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So Deechika, tell me, what are the qualities you should have if you want to be a good conversationalist?
Ma'am, repeat the question.
What are the qualities you should have if you want to be a good conversationalist?
Ma'am, good listener first,
Okay.
and good courtesy,
Okay.
and careful,
Okay.
and ma'am, that's it.
Okay. Okay. Hemant is there. Hemant, tell me some other points. Tell me some other qualities of a good conversationalist. Say something. Say anything you like. You like to share. You can. You have to connect all these qualities with your real life experiences. So you can share. You can share some examples also where the person having good conversation skill, how they behave, how they react, how they converse with some other person. You can also share from your real life experiences, or any other point if you want to add with these qualities. Anything you can say.
Ma'am,
Yes. Him. What is him?
I'm asking some good questions.
Okay, asking some good questions. Hemant, what are you saying? My network is
मैम
very
उसका
weak.
नेटवर्क प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है.
But I can hear you. You are audible, so you can say.
मैम मैम हमको हिम्मत मैसेज करना है, उसका नेटवर्क प्रॉब्लम हो रहा
Okay, okay. So Lakshman, say something.
है. मैम फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल डोंट बी फंबल ड्यूरिंग द कन्वर्सेशन.
Okay.
डोंट इंटरप्ट अदर्स ड्यूरिंग द कन्वर्सेशन.
Okay.
Control your behavior. Don't interrupt and give respect to others during conversation.
Okay.
That's all, ma'am.
Okay, Lakshman. Anyone else? Costless, you can share your view. Priyanka, you can share. Mithlesh, Ranjan, Sangeeta, Sitla, Tanushree.
Ma'am, in my opinion, conversation should be polite,
Okay.
and in conversation we should keep pretty much a smile on our face.
Okay.
That will give a glory to our conversation,
Hmm.
and we should always keep good eye contact.
Okay.
And the conversation should not be one-sided, because if one-sided, then other person will not interested in our conversation,
Right.
and that will destroy our good communication.
Okay.
That's why we should communicate, and we should also take their opinion by asking some questions.
Hmm.
And ma'am, that's all.
Okay. Thank you for giving opinion.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Can you please repeat your question?
Yes, Costless, what are you saying?
Can you please repeat your question?
Question. Okay. Yes. I am asking you, what are the qualities you should have if you want to be a good conversationalist?
Well, talking about myself, so I want to say some points. Like first point, I would say that we should be empathetic. It
Okay.
means our body language. Our body language will rapport. It means it depends on our goal.
Hmm.
We should have a similar attitude towards the topic, but keep our opinion in mind.
Okay.
Second thing, we should talk at a good pace. It means we should pause and then speak. Not only will this make the other person capture what we are saying better, but it will make us sound more confident and gives the person a chance to speak to also.
Okay.
The third one is that we should be an attentive listener.
Yes.
Means, as you say that we should listen more than we should speak.
Right.
So acknowledge a statement with a nod. It means unfold our arms, feet pointing towards them. We should have a genuine smile also.
Okay.
Fourth one is give and take. Means we should don't just ask question after question or let the other person bala bala bala. Bring something to the table too also.
Hmm.
Next one is that we should be active and constructive in his response.
Okay.
Suppose I am giving three scenario.
Hmm.
It means suppose there is a conversation between two people. So I am giving three scenario. So which scenario is better? Please tell me.
Hmm.
Partner once said that I got a new job. So another one said that well done. I am so proud of you. How do you feel? We should celebrate. Genuinely smile. In a smile way, he simply said, "Well done. I am so proud of you. How do you feel? We should celebrate." The second scenario, first partner said, "I got a new job." Second one said, "Cool. That's good news. No emotion."
Hmm.
Third scenario is that first partner said, "I got a new job," and second one said, "Oh, what's for dinner?" So which scenario is better?
Hmm.
I think first one is better.
Yes.
Well done. I am so proud of you. How do you feel? We should celebrate. So this is the way of communication.
Hmm. Okay. Very good. Anyone else?
Ma'am,
Yes, Dichika.
hello.
Yes, Dichika, you were audible. Say.
Yeah, ma'am, have all 3 points.
Hmm.
First one, don't be afraid, and second one, be curious,
Okay.
and giving some compliments to
Hmm.
our others,
Okay.
and be confident and bold also.
Okay.
Yeah, ma'am,
Yes.
I
Yes,
agree
ma'am,
with
that's
you.
it.
Yes. Yes.
because we should give genuine compliments. Trying to give fake compliments can easily be identified.
Compliment, yeah, giving compliment, very good thing. It will also help you to start a conversation. Suppose you are working at your at office. Suppose at your workplace also, if you want to initiate a conversation with some other person, so you can start with giving compliments. It will help you to start a conversation also. And giving compliment is also very good, because appreciation, you appreciate someone for anything, it's a very good trait. So always try to appreciate if you get opportunity, and it can also help you to start a conversation also, and run the conversation smoothly. It can also help. So you can give compliment. You should be confident. Deepika said very good. Don't be afraid. Yes,
Some
these
of the
give.
more points I want to say that like I haven't mentioned in my previous conversation. So first, another one is that we should not try to speak so fast. I think
Yes,
not everyone can understand our pace,
yes, of course.
and have good eye contact with the person. We should talking with that one
Yes,
means
always maintain eye contact. Yes, always maintain eye contact.
or it should be also taken into mind that if we feel that someone is getting bored, then try to start a different conversation if necessary.
Yes, you have to change the topic if necessary. If another person is getting bored, obviously you have to change the topic. Very good. So you can add
Ma'am, and
the other points.
ma'am, and I think conversation should be related to other person who is sitting in front of us. If anyone belongs to teaching and I'm conversating about business, then he will not interested that much. That's why we should keep conversation related to other persons.
But is it possible? Is it possible every time that the conversation should be related to the other person?
No, ma'am, I think it is not possible because the most important is the clarity should be reflected with our conversation.
Clarity, yes, I have mentioned here. Clarity.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Now we discussed already about stress in our previous classes, right? Now I don't know which class, but in our previous classes we already discussed. Now we can practice here. You can see a passage. Now you have to read the passage and you have to give stress on proper words. Are you ready, all of you? I hope all of you remember all the rules regarding stress: contain words, structure words, sentence stress, word stress. I hope all of you remember all the rules regarding stress. Now we are going to practice. Here you can see a passage. Okay? At first, read your passage and understand the meaning of the sentences. Then we will start. At first, read the passage, all of you.